happen. You'll be seeing these videos really soon because like we've been, like my team and I, we've been working a lot on just the science, like the science of cookies. If you're a Chewy fan, like if you're Team Chewy, like what's up? Go Team Chewy. If you're like, I don't know, like Team Crispy, we have been trying to figure out and tinker with the differences of like, you know, how you can achieve both. And for the most part, I think I have really figured that out. You know what I mean? We tinkered even today with a recipe I've had on my website for a really, really long time, which is my chewy chocolate chip cookies. Let me see. These are my chewy chocolate chip cookies. You see those? Look at that. Look at that. Chewy chocolate chip cookies, right? Just so perfect. Just nice, chewy texture. Yum. And so the difference really between that and then going with like, you know, this crispier cookie. So if you're like a fan of like crispy cookies, you see how thin that is, like super thin. You see super thin. I'm Team Chewy. Yay, what's up? Okay, those sound good. Thanks. So what you can see is like totally different textures all together, right? But I will tell you this, the doughs for both are kind of similar. They're not that different. Like you can really almost achieve the same, like two different cookies with almost the same dough. Almost. Isn't that crazy? So what I've learned over the years from, oh, maybe this is my favorite one. So I want to hold this one. And this is my favorite one right here. So what I've learned over the years is that like there are only a few things that can change the textures of your doughs. Like if you want a super soft, tender, sort of, you know, melt in your mouth type cookie, if you want to take the exact same dough and you're like, I don't even want to change anything, you're like, I want to give two different cookies, then it's just going to be a baking difference, right? It's going to come down to you're going to under bake your chewy and you're going to slightly like over bake and kind of dry out your crispy, okay? Just if you were like same dough, you ain't got time, you not gonna make a ton of, you know what I'm saying, different doughs, you ain't got time for that, then that's what you'll do. Hey, can you shift this around a little bit? Okay, thanks, keep going. Good. Yes, okay, hi guys, okay. Thanks, Brian. So once again, you have that, right? But let's say that you have a little bit more time on your hands and you are like a baking nerd and you're just gonna go all in and you're gonna give everybody what they want, which is I want chewy, I want crispy, and you wanna really nail the differences in the textures, then here are some tips. Let's start with the amount of sugar, right? Let's start with sugar. Actually, let's start with butter. Let's start with butter, right? Butter is such a variable in how your cookies turn out, yo. Oh my gosh. Like if you add too much fat, you're going to end up with a huge spread, okay? You're gonna end up with a huge spread, especially if it's like room temperature. The fat in that cookie is just gonna spread. If you want a chewier cookie, okay, then you're going to have to use a little less butter, just a little less. That is going to sort of solidify and keep the dough together, right? So then let's talk sugars, okay? Sugars. Oh, someone said, girl, I made your caramel cake at least 10 times since I discovered it. The best baker. Now you better go ahead and compliment me. I'm going to snatch it right back up. Thank you, boo. Thank you, okay? Because the sis needs to feel good about herself. Anywho, what'd you say?
Raven No Simone said, my favorite creator, I'm making one of your recipes now.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much. I can't wait to see what it is. So now let's talk about the sugars, okay? Team Crispy people, you want more granulated sugar in your cookie. Granulated sugar, that's going to give you this. It's going to dry it out a little bit. If you go for Team Chewy cookie, you want more brown sugar. Brown sugar, of course, has molasses. It's going to add more moisture to your cookie base. So you will see the difference if you ever check out my website, grandbabycakes.com, and you look at the cookie differences, then you will see more brown sugar in my chewy cookie versus these. Peach dumplings last week, so good. Thank you, boo. I'm so glad you enjoyed those. Those are a hit. All right. So then we're talking bye. So then, okay, that's our food stylist leaving right now. We love her. We'll see her tomorrow. We are making a lot more videos and stuff for you guys too. So then it says, what do you think of letting the dough in the fridge for 72 hours? Okay, I think that is way too long to chill dough. Like, at a certain point, when you start putting even like dough, baked goods, or anything in the like fridge, it will start to dry out. You have like a 24-hour window of things starting to dry out naturally. That's why you have like a shelf life, right? So like if I were to put like dough, like I don't go over like an hour or two of chilling, and I certainly don't go like 24 hours. That's when you start to actually dry your dough out. And if you're trying to keep a chewy cookie, you still want moisture. You need moisture in your cookie. So it's important to chill it so you stabilize the butter and make sure it's cold enough so it doesn't spread quickly, but you don't want to dry your cookie out. 72 hours is what I call overkill. Don't do that. Don't do it. So then we've got that. So then eggs, right? Another thing that's different about these cookies is the eggs, like the amount of egg I have in each one. So in this cookie and my chewy cookie, I have one egg, like one whole egg with the egg white and the egg yolk, and then I add 2 egg yolks. Okay, so I double the egg yolks, take out the egg white. And then in this one, yes, these are all chocolate chip cookies. Yep, chocolate chip cookies, but done 2 different ways. So then for this one, the flat cookie, I actually use 2 eggs. I add the white in. The egg whites are naturally drying to anything that you put them in. And so the egg yolk, the additional egg yolk, taking out the egg white creates more of a tender, richer product. So that's super important to this cookie as well. So yes, don't leak all the hacks, girl. This is my job. Like y'all, like I want y'all to succeed. I'm not gatekeeping. This is why y'all need to come over here more often. I'm not gatekeeping. I am sharing my hard work in the kitchen with y'all. So, you know, if you want to send me like a card in the mail or something telling me thank you for Christmas, if you want to send me a little gift card to Starbucks or something, I will take it. Thank you. So anywho, I'm just messing with y'all. So anyway, this is the difference. So you have that, you have those elements, and then let's see what else. Sometimes even flour. Oh my gosh, let me tell you about what we did today. So my team was here, we were shooting videos, which are coming out soon, and we did a test on the chocolate chip cookie dough. We were working on a chewy, but we switched out we changed up the ratio of the flour, okay? So we added a little bit more flour, and the flour, let me tell you, the dough was so dry. It was like, you couldn't even pull it together. There was just not enough moisture. And this also showed me that, like, if any of you guys are measuring your stuff wrong, like you could easily turn your cookies into a hot mess by just not even measuring, like, you know, measuring your dry ingredients properly. You could totally dry out your cookies, right? So in the end, I underbaked these, overbaked these a little bit more. I'll show you guys. Like, these are our remaining ones. These are the Crispies. These are the Crispies, as you can see, super flat, like super flat, right? Like, you know, super flat texture. And then here are the Chewies. I love these so much. The Chewies are my favorite. I just love soft cookies. I just love soft things.
Jacinta
Yes.
Wilson says, so should you use the whites at all?
Absolutely. So, depending on the type of cookie that you are trying to achieve, should you use the whites at all? I definitely use at least one white in my chewy cookie. It's also a stabilizer, right? It's also going to help stiffen and bring your dough together. So you don't always just want to go moisture, 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 moisture. You want to balance things in your cookies. Like cookies are in a lot of ways like all about balance. Someone said, what flour do you recommend for the best cookies? So let me tell you this. I know a lot of people are like getting super sciencey and being like, oh, I use bread flour for cookies. And I was like, I don't think it's that deep. Okay, you can achieve an amazing cookie with all-purpose flour at the crib. Like, I don't want you guys going to the grocery store, having to get some type of specialty flour to achieve bomb cookies. You don't need that. You don't need that. You just need the perfect ratios to bring things together how you need to bring things together. So, chewy cookie achieved with all-purpose flour. All-purpose flour. Someone said, what is the best sugar to use? It depends on what you want your cookie to be. I'll talk about brown butter in a second. It depends on what you want your cookie to be. If you want a flatter, crisper cookie, then you're going to rely more on granulated, which is the white sugar that you buy at the grocery store. You probably already have that at home, right? Easy fix, right? If you are going for more of the chewier cookie consistency, you want a chewy, nice cookie, then I go heavier on brown sugar in that recipe. Just adds more moisture with your molasses. It makes such a huge difference. And then I actually add cornstarch to my chewy cookies too. It just kind of changes the dough. This was the dough we were working with this is the dough, the leftover dough for the crispy. And as you can see, it's really a moist kind of dough because I actually add some milk to it. And the reason why I do that is I really want to thin the batter out a little bit more so it really spreads, really crisps up. You want to spread. Also, one more thing I forgot to mention is chill. The chill time, right? My chewy cookies, I chill this for about 30 minutes, no longer than an hour. I don't think it really needs it, especially after I tinkered with it today and made some edits to it. I noticed like we baked one, put it in the oven immediately after I made the dough, and it still turned out really well. So I was like, this doesn't really need more than a 30-minute chill. Like, it's perfect consistency, all of that. The crispy ones, I don't chill them at all. I want spread. That's the point. I want these to spread. So because of that, they go straight into the oven after I've made the dough. Super hydrated dough. Now the brown butter question. Brown butter, I have a brown butter chocolate chip cookie. And what I love about that recipe is you don't have to actually use a mixture and like cream the butter and the sugar. Like you're just going to brown the butter, and in its melted form, you're gonna actually be able to add that directly to the cookie dough. Now, if you wanted to make this recipe, my chewy chocolate chip cookie recipe with browned butter, then you would have to allow it to solidify. This recipe starts with a solid room temperature butter. So you need to kind of bring it back to, like, I would put it in the fridge, let it firm back up, let it solidify, and then add it into this recipe. If you wanted to use this recipe. I love brown butter. It's delicious. Or you can just make my brown butter cookie. Do I deliver? I'm working on it, homies. I'm working on it. Just know that soon you will be able to get a piece of grandbabycakes. Coming soon, y'all. Coming soon. Let's see. What was it? There was some other questions.
Two-part. Michael Ramsey said, "What's your opinion on chocolate chips versus chocolate chunks?"
Okay, my opinion. Someone asked, "What is my opinion on chocolate chips versus chocolate chunks?" Chocolate chunks, chumps. I personally think it's a preference. I go nostalgic, so I always use chocolate chips. I just like chocolate chips. I don't have a problem with chocolate chunks, but sometimes I feel like it's super posh and like I just like old school, so I go with chocolate chips. But either one, you can either cut up some, you can cut up some baking chocolate and put it right into this. I even sometimes I was talking with my team today, and we also sometimes just like make the dough without chocolate chips. Have you guys heard of that? Like basically chocolate chipless cookies or boneless.
Boneless.
Yeah, have you guys heard that? Boneless chocolate chip cookies. Boneless, yeah, chocolate. Like, however, because I love the dough so much, the dough is so good. You can either add just like half the chips to it, or like not any chips and bake them up, and they're still delicious, 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 delicious. Okay. That's the crispy. Okay, what was the next question?
There's a second part to his question, which
Yeah.
is, how about a filled cookie with nuts? Would that affect the cooking temperature?
Affected by adding nuts?
Yes.
No, I keep the temperature the same. If you add like any adds that you add in, you just also want to kind of keep track of how much you actually add to your batter. You can overwhelm it. So, for instance, if you want to keep adding in like nuts and all this sort of stuff, you may want to pull back on the amount of chocolate chips that you add, because you still want a balanced cookie and you don't want to overwhelm the dough. So, for instance, I think
no more than 2 cups total of add-ins.
Yeah, no more 2 cups, period. So I add 2 cups chocolate chips to my chocolate chip cookies max. So if I were to add like do a mix of, like, let's say I want to do pecans and like chocolate chips, I would probably do like a cup of each and let them come together. Delicious. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. Which cookie? I mean, there's like a whole legion of people who love crispy cookies, right? Who love crispy cookies. I'm team chewy. And like you can really just even like these things are like you hear it. Like it's just they crack. You know what I'm saying? Crispy cookies forever. And then the chewy ones are just nice and soft, because even these have been like here for a while. They've been sitting here for a while, y'all, and they're still super soft and chewy. Oh my gosh, they're so delicious. And super buttery too. Like, I don't like cookies that don't taste like butter. We were talking about that today. Like, if you're making me chocolate chip cookies, they need to taste buttery, right? They need to taste like absolutely delish. I love the buttery consistency. Any other questions? So we will talk a little bit more about, someone asked about the caramel cake, and on my last live when I popped on, I said that we were going to do a caramel cake cook along. I just made my first pound cake ever using your cream cheese recipe, literally letting it cool right now. Oh my gosh, yay! I love when you guys make the pound cakes. We made a pound cake today, a new one for the holidays that I can't share with y'all. It's over here cooling. I would, if I was like tempted, I'd be like, ooh, I'm gonna show it to y'all. But no, I don't wanna get everybody out here. It's a new pound cake. We got a ton. In fact, like we're shooting today. We did a pound cake today, and then we're shooting 2 more pound cakes tomorrow. We have a lot of holiday pound cakes coming your way. And let me just say, I'm not about to tell y'all what they are, because like, the TikTok streets be listening. The next thing you know, somebody popping up with my recipe. And let me just tell y'all, okay, let me just say this real quick. I be scrolling sometimes. I be scrolling on the, what is it? The For You? And I see people like bakeries, legit bakeries that be out here like making my recipes and and I see them, they're following me, right? It's on Instagram. It's like, awesome, great. But like, hey, like you want to be like, thanks grandbabycakes for like, the inspo. It's not like recipes that everybody has. I'm not talking about, they ripped off my sour cream. Everybody got a sour cream pound cake. Everybody, Big Mama had one, right? I'm talking about the ones that are unique. The ones with the flavors that were totally unique to who? Grandbabycakes, right? Y'all are out here because we are super inventive. We are super creative over here on this side. And I'm like, yo, because I get it. Y'all following me, I get it, and I appreciate it, and I love it, and I love you. But like, dang, y'all out here building whole bakeries out here and killing it. Really love that for y'all. Really love that. So
Just Wilson
yes.
said all for the. Which is better for an ice cream sandwich, chewy or crisp?
Oh, I personally like chewy because if you put it in the freezer, it's going to stiffen. And this is already a very like the crisp cookie for two reasons. The crisp cookie is already very hard. You put this in the freezer and it's gonna be like lead, right? It's gonna be like it's gonna be really hard. Also, it's thinner, and you want a cookie with more heft to hold up to the ice cream that you put in between it. So I think it needs to be a little thicker if you're gonna make ice cream sandwiches with your cookies. I hope that helps. So chewy definitely for your ice cream sandwich. And these are fabulous with ice cream sandwiches, let me just say.
Jay says, do you have a pecan or nut pound cake?
Let me think about that. Oh yeah, we have an almond one. We have one that's coming soon that will be the answer to your pecan pound cake question for the holidays. So that will be up very soon. We're actually shooting that video tomorrow and putting that recipe up on the website in like a month. But it is fabulous. That is gonna be like holiday ready. That's gonna be fall baking ready. That's gonna be a hit. Yes, sir. We got some more questions. Oh, hi. Are you coming in or no? Okay.
Hello, chat.
Oh, hi. Look, oh, hi. Who's that?
Hello, chat.
Hello, chat. Okay. Yeah. So that'll be coming soon for anyone that wants like a nut. But if you want if you were all in on pound cakes, we can do a pound cake live too. I think we could totally do that. I think we could totally swing that. But if you go to grandbabycakes.com, literally all the pound cakes you can think of, and we have more coming. Like, you would think I've like thought of all the ideas. Like, sometimes I'm like, have I thought of every single pound cake that is possible? And guess what? I don't think I have. Like, I still have like so many. So my team just reminded me in my cookbook, Everyday Grand. If you don't have that, praline sweet potato pound cake. I have that one. It's one of my favorites. It's really delightful. Really delightful. And let me show you the picture. It's really good. Really good. Look at that. Look how pretty that is. Yum. It's so gorgeous. It has like a streusel kind of center too. It's really gorgeous. Yummy. Yes. Oh, where can you buy that? You can buy that anywhere. Just type in Everyday Grand and like it will pop up like Amazon, Barnes and Noble, Target, Walmart, all the bookstores, anywhere you can buy books, like Barnes and Noble. Independent, of course, too. Like, you can literally find it any and everywhere. I made your lemon cinnamon rolls and they were the best. Wow, thank you so much. So we'll do a pound cake live. We'll talk through all of that. We are going to be doing a pie live soon. Like I said, we're going to do that for the holidays. We're going to do a caramel cake live. What other lives would you guys like to see? I hope that I shared a lot of information about cookies with you guys, because I do have a lot of cookie knowledge, because I have baked quite a few cookies in my day. And so you look at these and it's like, cheesecake. Yeah, we could do cheesecake, but that's going to be a long one. So you're going to you're going to have to come back the next day and then we all, so we'll do like cookies, just different cookies. Look at that cobbler. Look at that. But also look at the the texture difference. That's crazy. Look at the texture difference. That's crazy. Just so interesting. So yeah, this was so much fun. It's been a long day, so I'm about to take a bath and chill out. I love y'all. This was super fun. If you guys, yes, the caramel cake, we will be doing a lot of new stuff on that. And if you have more cookie questions, send them my way. Like I said, I've tested a lot of cookies. I know a lot about cookies. I know a lot about everything. And what, like with my team, is like we spend a lot of time tinkering and just thinking about like one little edit to something and understanding like why something needs to change. And maybe you guys can answer this too. As I leave, I want to say to you that I had the chewy chocolate chip cookie recipe. I'm on your website and you really don't deliver. Dang. Okay, I mean, I'm sorry I disappointed you. But I had the chewy chocolate chip cookie recipe on my website for at least over 10 years. And I noticed, haven't changed it at all. I noticed that like after 10 years, I made them for the holidays, chewy chocolate chip cookies, and they started to spread like way more than usual. And someone else sent something to me saying the same thing. They were like, hey, I've been making your chocolate chip cookie for years. And then I made it this past like holiday season and it spread. And I was like, I need to get to the bottom of that. Like, why did it spread? Like what could it have been? And so we started tinkering with that original recipe because I was just like, over time, y'all, ingredients change, like lots of stuff changes. And so we have to keep going in and like tinkering with our recipes and changing them as our ingredients change, as the things like we have access to change. So just know that we're always retesting things. We're always taking a look at stuff again to see how we can improve it. So you guys can always have the best results possible. So that's all. That's all. I just wanted to talk to y'all. I wanted to hop on real quick and talk to y'all about a little cookie chat. We should have like a little cake chat, little cookie chat. And I hope you guys learned a lot. Wait, you don't ship? Now y'all need to stop out here. Y'all need to stop. Stay tuned. Let me tell you something. Things are in the works. Big things. And that's all I'm going to say. Bigger than me things that only God could create type things are in the works.
Yeah.
And y'all gonna see it soon. And I can't wait to share. I have big announcements coming soon. So you guys keep hopping on my live and soon maybe you'll hear very, very, very big news that I can't wait to share with you. So thank you guys so much. I feel like we should be playing Christmas music.
Too early.
Let it snow.